Hey everybody, just want to talk about the movie called Jesus Revolution. It is out in theaters now, and if you don't know what it is, it's a Christian-based movie that is about the 60s and 70s during the hippie movement, and how that generation, how that stuff starting kind of kept on going into a lot of our modern day things that we do. It was very interesting. I grew up when that was going on. I wasn't as old as that movement, but I got the clothing and the way that the people kind of acted and did and stuff was pretty neat. Kind of took you on a trip back to that time. Speaking of trips, if you go to see it, there is some mild drug use and stuff, but it is not portrayed as a good thing. It's just kind of showing the way that things were back then. So if you have kids or anything like that, just know that that'll happen, and that way you can be ready to explain anything on it. But basically it goes back to a struggling pastor. I'll try not to do any spoilers. Try to stay off what the trailers are. But it's a struggling pastor. His name's Chuck Smith, and he had the Calvary Church. It was a struggling small church, and along came Lonnie, and Lonnie was a hippie. He was not going to fit into that church. And if you think back about it, for those that may not have been around that time, you went to church in your suit and tie, and that was the only way you could pretty much go. You had to be really kind of dressed up to go. If you went any other way, you were looked at as horrible, lawless, rude, not respected. That just, you weren't allowed to go that way. And so anyhow, the character Lonnie comes in, and he gets to go to this church and really kind of shake things up. But he helped that pastor step out of an area that he was in, of believing how these people are. He had that look of they're horrible sinners. We don't need to do anything with them. That they're lawless. We don't need to do anything with them. But he actually took the time to stop and listen. And he learned what they were actually looking for and what they were going for. And by taking that time, he was able to absorb it and actually start doing something with it. And I think that's when God blessed him to move forward and start showing the things that he could do and how it would work. It was an interesting movie, though. It also has a character in there named Greg, which, if you're familiar with the Christian faith, most people will know who he is once it kind of starts. It comes up pretty quick. If not, learn about him. Go look up who he is and find out. This movie was a very good movie. The acting was good in it. The characters that are in it are not portrayed as holier than thou, all perfect and stuff. It shows them with their flaws, even bad flaws and stuff. And I think it's just a good portrayal of how we all are, actually, and didn't try to, for different words, church it up and make everybody look like they're all perfect and stuff. It's an open type thing. But as the movie progresses on, it just starts growing and growing, and the youth population is really getting into this. And it's an American history time of the Jesus Revolution. And there were thousands and thousands upon youth that started finding Jesus and really getting into this and moving on and spreading the word across. And people were starting to be more accepting of how hippies are and what they did and what they stood for. There are some scenes where you're gonna possibly cry, but that's good. It was a very good learning type movie, and if you haven't gone to see it, it would be a good thing to go see. I think you'd enjoy it. It should open your eyes, and I think it sets the bar up for a lot of Christian movies too. Each movie that comes out with Christian base just seems to keep getting better and better and better, and I'm really liking that. I think we can get more of that into the movie theaters, more people will come, and more people will start asking about what's going on. Some people may even say, who is Jesus? I find that odd, but there's a lot of people that don't know Jesus. And be happy to introduce you to him, and this movie might even get you started. But go see the movie, go give it a try, and just kind of see, go with an open perspective and see what's going on and how things have changed in the world and to where we are today. And I think you will be blessed. Thank y'all and have a great day. Bye.